Hey everyone, Kelly here. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I am taking this 20 by 20 frame. It's a level 3 gallery wrapped. I've already taped it and I've sprayed the back with water. Get a nice drum-like sound. And I've also painted the edges with this custom color I made that I'm going to be using on this canvas. And what I did is I made four different colors of off-white, beige. So I took burnt umber and white and then just mixed it into 3 different color shades. And then I also took unbleached titanium, and I have that as mixed as well. And then I'm going to put a little white in there so I can get a really cool marble effect background. And then that will be the base. And then I'll let that dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a flower on here, or maybe 3 flowers and their name. And then send it off to them. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and put on some music and speed this part up. Okay, so now that it's all dry, it actually turned out really pretty. So I'm just putting a nice layer of gesso down on the back of this canvas because I want to put a whole collage thing, letters and pictures down on the back of this painting, and this will help once I put the resin on. So this will be a nice white background for one thing, but will also prevent the resin from just soaking into the canvas. So make sure to get really into the underneath as well. Okay, so I have my stencil taped on, and I marked out the lines of where the colors are going to go, because once you put this gel paste on, so this is the gel that I'm going to put on. Once you put this gel paste on, it's really hard to see where the lines are and where you are supposed to put the colors. So I try to mark out the lines as best I can, so I know that parts of it is going to be green, parts are going to be yellow, and then that way, because you really can't see. Once this stencil is on and it gets this white gel paste over the top of it, like this, it's very difficult to see where you're supposed to go. So we're going to start here in the middle. I'm going to hold it down a little bit just so it really gets in there. But see what I mean? You can't even see the stencil anymore once you get this on. That's why I got a little reference line there. Keep your palette knife as level as possible so that you're not scraping it away, but you're getting a nice coat on there. And another thing, if you mess up and you put paint color in a place that you didn't want it, or a different color, like if I ended up going over the yellow with some green, I would just come in and I would touch that up. I would put a little, if it's the green over the yellow spot, I would touch it up with some white first and then put the yellow over the top. These lines really do help. I know there's another stem in here somewhere, so it's probably like right here, but that's okay because it'll be yellow. I can touch it up really easily. The bronze is for my center, and I shouldn't have put it even on the plate yet because I'm going to wait for this to dry to be able to touch it all up. This is super easy to clean. Once you get it off of here, you just wipe it off with a paper towel and then wash it with some soap and water. All right, let's take it off. So you want to make sure you hold down your stencil. Don't want it peeling up just yet. Just wonder if those are like orange enough or like yellow enough for me. I think I maybe want a little bit more of this dark in here. Looks like. I'm going to leave that piece of tape on there until I get up to that point. Not too bad. A little green on there. That one's yellow. Paint that one green. I'll paint these little tips yellow. But other than that, that came out great. I'm going to put Zack and Karalyn's names right here with the date of their wedding. And then on the back is where I'm going to do the little shadow box with some pictures, a couple letters that I wrote to each of them, and then resin that whole thing. Okay, so this is mostly dry to the touch. I'm just going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to put in some bronze and some gold in that little section right here. Okay, so this is my setup, what I want it to look like on the back. And all of these have been coated in my tacky glue, which is this Aleene's tacky glue. I did thin it out just a little bit with water. You can use Mod Podge too, that works well. So what I did is I had these silicone mats and I just brushed on these on all the photos and the papers prior to getting them in here because I wanted them to be really dry. So you can put the tacky glue on or Mod Podge. It's like laminating your photo or your paper. I mean, look at this paper now is all laminated. This is their invitation with their pictures on the back. But I basically laminated it using the glue. So now they're all sealed. So when I put the resin over the top, same for their letters that I did for them. So now, once the resin goes over, it won't soak into the paper. So I'm going to take all these back off, mix up some resin, and then put them all back on again, but inside the resin this time. Okay, so I've mixed up my 2 parts resin, hardener, and the resin. I did 400 milliliters. And you do a 20 by 20 canvas. On the other side, it says to do 400 milliliters. So I'm hoping that's enough to do the back because I want to make sure it's deep enough to cover my papers. Okay, so I'm going to put most of it down. And then I'm going to save just a little bit to coat the tops of those. Alright, I'm going to pause you guys for a minute and I'm going to mix up some more resin and then I'm going to go ahead and start laying down my stuff. Everywhere I look, I see more bubbles. Okay, so let's slide this guy.